We talk about there's so many gun deaths in the United States. You realize most of them are suicides, right?
Yes.
And if you look at other countries that don't have the access to firearms that we do, the suicide rates are comparable to ours, so they still find a way to kill themselves. So in reality, using suicide rates to talk about gun violence is disingenuous. It's not being true to what's actually happening, because the person will use a gun, they don't have a gun, they'll slit their wrists, they'll hang themselves. That's actually, hanging is one of the most common forms of suicide in other countries, and that's a horrific way to go. I guess if someone decided, if I decided that I wanted to beat the crap out of you, steal your backpack, you know, obviously not with a bunch of people around, but you know, you're walking down the street and there's no one else around, I decide I want your backpack, how would you stop me from taking it?
There's just more. I feel like there's not enough police around to do that much good. I feel like the police are just...
They're there to clean up the mess.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's my problem with the police. They're just there to clean up the mess. They're not there to help at that initial time.
The Supreme Court has ruled that police have no duty to protect. They can literally be standing right over there, see me beating the crap out of you, and they don't have to do anything.
And that's the problem, because I don't feel like they're not doing the best that they can do. They're just here to clean up the mess.
There are definitely good cops, but there's also corrupt cops.
Yeah.
And when you take away our gun rights, the only people that are going to be in charge are the ones with the guns. And I don't know how much you follow police brutality cases, like Dontre Hamilton getting killed in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
That cop should be in prison. And with what your group seems to be proposing, would allow only them to be carrying firearms. So, it was a pleasure talking with you.
Have a nice day.
I just have one. So I was thinking, like, why? I just want to know, like, why do you feel the need to carry a knife and a gun?
If you came into a gas station or a McDonald's and you saw me in there and you were intent on robbing the place, would you rob it?
But I wouldn't do that in the first place.
I'm talking if you were a criminal and that's how you made your living, stealing, robbing.
If I had done it before,
mugging.
and if I've robbed multiple things and that's like what I do, I feel like I would know how to handle the situation. If I also had a firearm, which I assume I would if I'm robbing gas stations and convenience stores, I would assume I would also have a gun.
Right.
And I would do something about it.
What stops someone from going to a different convenience store?
Yeah, I could just leave and go to somewhere else.
Exactly. But it prevented the crime at that location.
Yeah.
Now,
Maybe.
that might also put a nugget in your head thinking, well, this guy's openly carrying a firearm. What if someone at this one is carrying a concealed firearm? Now you start committing a crime and you don't see the gun, all of a sudden you pull it out. It'll put a little nugget of thought in the people's heads that, hey, maybe this isn't such a great idea.
I understand, like, having a gun, but why do you have a large knife? It's just interesting.
Why do I have a large knife?
Yeah.
Good for cutting things. Cheesecake.
In your kitchen?
I respect
No,
it.
if you got cheesecake,
Go to
I
a
got knife.
restaurant. Is that allowed? Can you take it out at a restaurant and cut your cheesecake?
It's possible, but you know, you're a smaller person, you're a bigger person.
Am I?
Well, compared to him, compared to him.
Yeah.
But I mean, what would stop? All right, we'll go with the biggest one here. If I saw you walking down the street, I said I want your shoes. Obviously, it won't fit me, but hey, maybe it'll fit my kid or niece, nephew, whatever. What's going to stop me from taking it from you?
What's your mile time?
How are you going to know what's going on until I grab you? You know?
Well, okay, no, I understand. Wait,
You're walking down the street.
There's
I'm
other
not talking- I
self-defense
don't-
methods other than weapons. Like there are other weapons that don't kill people. There's like pepper spray, and I could.
Pepper spray's not 100% effective.
That's true. I could own a taser though.
No, you actually cannot.
Okay, well.
Well, you can on your own property.
Okay,
If you carry a
that's fair.
taser, if you were carrying a taser right now, you'd be committing a felony.
Okay. Well,
That's
I
another
could
thing
have pepper spray.
that's another thing that is screwed up about our laws in this country. Carrying a concealed weapon is a misdemeanor. If you were carrying a taser, it's a felony.
That's pretty dumb.
Now I can carry a taser because I have a concealed carry license. But a felony for a taser and carrying a concealed weapon is only a misdemeanor.
Doesn't add up.
It
Doesn't add up.
now. You guys have proposed things like background checks. We already have background checks, and these school shooters, they've either passed background checks, the government screwed up on their database with the background checks, or they obtained their weapons illegally.
Well, then I feel like if the government's messing up, that's why we need to like
Add more laws for them to
No,
screw
that's
up?
not what I'm saying. I'm saying is they need to just do their job correctly. And that's like what we're kind of talking about.
Right, that would be helpful if they would.
Yeah.
But Parkland school shooter, he obtained his weapon legally. A waiting period, he bought it way more than 2, 3, 4 a month before he used it. The shooter at the Texas church passed his background check because he lied on it, and the government, the Navy, didn't update the database properly. And he was stopped by somebody with an AR-15. People say, well, why do you need that many? How do you need, or why do you need that many bullets? There's cases where people show up to break into a house, 6 people go in. How many bullets do you need? It's dark, you're being woken up at night. Do you think only 6 bullets in a revolver is going to be able to make sure you neutralize all the threats?
Hi, I just
Hi.
wanted to thank you for
Thank you
know,
for,
being like a good conversation and not like arguing and yelling, you know?
Right, it's a civilized discussion.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
It's not, yeah. Good.
So,
Good job.
have a good day.
Thank you. Have a very nice
Nice talking with you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, we gotta.
Oh, all right.
I appreciate that.
Well, thank you. I mean,
And-
it kind of takes a lot to come out here, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's
I've
just
been doing it
bunch
for a
of
while.
kids. You're pretty big guy.
Well, hey, if a bunch of little 4th graders came up and attacked you, like the whole class, eventually you'd be outnumbered.
I don't think I would want to shoot a high
A little while, but eventually.